Hello, hello, hello.
I was bopping out. I was going to the music.
Nice.
We bop into the sounds.
Yes.
First things first, can you all hear us?
Yes.
Oh, it's Gavin's got it on the phone. It's official.
All good.
You can unfortunately hear us.
It was very, very slow tonight, wasn't it? Things were very slow. So
Yeah, because he was saying to me, you have to smile at the camera because if it just goes bish before that intro plays, he said you'll be looking at this. And he said you should be looking at this. So he's making me smile.
when we press go live,
so if that ever happens, you see us like, it's because he's telling me to smile in case it goes wrong. Anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is live number 14.
Yes,
because you reminded me earlier on. So it's live number 14. Thank you all for joining us on your lovely Sunday. When I say lovely Sunday, our Sunday's been really, really wobbly here.
Yes.
It's been lovely and hot and sunny, and then the rain comes down, and I've been in and out of the hot tub like a blue ass fly. The dog doesn't know whether she's coming or going. It's been a really wobbly Sunday here with the weather-wise.
It's dry at the moment, but we've come in slightly into the living room to do the live because if it rained when the conservatory, you wouldn't be able to hear us.
We were going to do it in the conservatory because you know how much you'll love the little monkey on the wall. But we got this today. This. We're in the lounge, the Commodores Club. Oh, some of you had already seen on our Facebook, wouldn't they? The Commodores Club is on our Facebook. On our Facebook group, so you'd have seen. So we've come in here today, so we can see there's lots of you in the chat.
Somebody says, thank you very much.
Yes.
Love a picture behind you.
Should we do a quick shout out to who we can quickly see? We're not going to say everybody. If we missed you, we apologise. We're just going to give the first couple. Somebody like Mr. Kenneth here. Ken Goes Cruising. He's been here since 6:37 p.m.
I wonder if he's actually been sat there waiting for us.
Sitting there like this. Probably while Lindsay's been making another duck.
Yeah. Good evening, Ange and Dave.
James Mahoney,
Alex.
And Ali, obviously.
Alex, Ian Roxy, good evening.
Sandra,
good evening.
Stephen Fox,
good evening.
John.
Hope you recovered from last weekend. Disney Dave in the house. Have fork will eat.
Have fork will eat.
Have fork will eat. Yes. Good evening, Tina, Jerry and Diane. Hope you're doing well.
Yes, hello. Nami Does Cruising.
Does Cruising.
Tony Romain. Malone. What's that? Malone United. Okay. This is when it gets difficult. This is why it's really good. We haven't actually touched a drop of alcohol.
No, we haven't.
I haven't actually touched a drop of alcohol since.
Nick Linda, hello.
Since
Simon,
hello. Monday, have we? Not since my holiday Monday. Really good. So
very good.
Sweet
Deborah,
natured
good evening. Sweet natured. Hope you're doing well. There's a lot of people in the house, isn't there?
Yeah.
So if you've got a question, start it off with question, just so it makes it easier to find in the chat window.
Feel free to chat amongst yourselves, but obviously we say question for that reason, so you can have a little chatter, and we can just decipher. We can see it quite quickly, can't we? We can spot it faster where it says question. Forgive us if it goes off on a tangent and it whooshes by, because it can be all in order and all of a sudden it'll go off on a spat and it can go right back to the start. So if we don't get to answer your question and we run out of time, you can always head to our Facebook group. That is there.
That's the Cruise Monkeys group.
Yeah.
There's a link in the description for that. But before we start, we will be talking about last week when we were on Brilliant Lady and MSC Virtuosa.
Yeah, we'll be discussing that.
Yes, we'll be discussing that. But before we start with that,
we have coming up.
We have got some shout outs.
We have indeed.
So if you want to shout out, we do birthday shout outs and things like that. Just head over to cruisemonkeys.com and click on the contact us, fill in the form, and we'll do it next time we do live. So the first one we have got
one I just need to pop in. They haven't actually said it, but I know it was their birthday, so we can say happy birthday to John.
Yes,
happy birthday, John. Because I saw that on the Facebook. They haven't said, but I know. Okay. So I'm saying happy birthday to John.
Okay, happy birthday, John. Right, the first one we've got is a belated happy birthday to Caroline.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. So this one came in during our live 2 weeks ago, so we missed it because we didn't check our emails till after the
because obviously we're doing this. It was really, because we were reading the chat and everything. We were busy doing this, so we didn't see that. And then we finished that, and then we saw that, and we're like, damn. So we made sure that it's gone up today. So happy birthday.
Happy belated birthday for 2 weeks ago.
Hope you had a lovely day.
And you can blame Chris, your husband, for sending that one in.
Someone's getting 2 black eyes.
Yes. We've also got another belated happy birthday. This one is for Linda. And this is from the hubby Nick. And they're off on Queen Mary 2 for the birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this today. We put this picture up specially for your birthday. We should have put happy birthday on it.
So happy belated birthday.
Happy belated birthday. It's a shame because we've got only the 2 every 2 weeks, but we try our best to fit them in.
And then we've also got a message from Anita.
Oh, this one's quite nice, actually. So it's to wish all those of you who are going back into education this week, or if you're going off to uni, just to wish everybody, happy,
and all the teachers heading back in September as well after your 6 weeks of leave.
Yeah. But it's quite hard, isn't it? You've had that length of time off because you do come out of it, and then to go back into it, it's a bit of a shock. But wishing you all the luck, and hope this year goes really, really well for you, and it gives you everything you want.
So that's all the little requests we had to come in.
Yes.
So if you have got a request, like we said, head over to our website, fill in the form, and we'll pop it up in 2 weeks' time. We're live. So every 2 weeks we try to go live.
Every 2 weeks we try to, because there should be nothing stopping us, touch wood, from doing live now in the next one. We are home.
Exactly.
Yes, we are home. So
we're not away for a while.
Not away because we didn't have any disruptions considering that we went on Virtuosa and Brilliant Lady.
No, it all fitted in nicely, that one.
Because last time we spoke to everybody, we would just come back from Blackpool. Yes, we had. Yes, and then we were most excited because we were going on Brilliant Lady.
Yes, and MSC Virtuosa.
And then we went on MSC Virtuosa straight after. That was all fun. So we will tell you all about that now.
Oh, we've got one question before that.
Okay.
So this is coming in from our Patreon.
Okay.
So if you want to support us on Patreon, it's patreon.com/cruisemonkeys. And this is a question from Louise.
That's a very good question, actually, because for years and years, we've contemplated this, and for that, as mentioned, it's in our country. Is it worth going? But what we've come to realize, I think, over all the time now we've been cruising and things, is for us to jump in the car and actually go to even just to an airport, like our most local airport is Cardiff. That's about two and a half hours easy now, and with the traffic and everything else, it's pretty horrendous. So I think if we were going to make that much effort, it'd be easier for us to now actually just say, you know what, let's do another 2-3 hours, go straight to Southampton, and we can sit there, relax, have some good food, good entertainment, meet new people, float around the British Isles, stopping off all these lovely ports of call. We don't have to drive. We can drink the drinks. So for that reason, I would like to. I'd actually like to do a British Isles cruise. Obviously, being a British person, most of us fixate ourselves on the weather, and we know how rubbish it is around here. However, the last couple of times we've been away and things, we've had the odd rough bit of sea or the odd bit of rain. So it's hit and miss anyway. So I would definitely. Would you do it?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely do one.
I would definitely do it. In fact, we haven't got around the UK, so we have got one planned.
We are going. It's so far away. We've forgotten about it.
Yeah, it's so far away. We basically booked it because it was cheap, and we forgot about it. But I say, it's sort of a UK based.
An island, isn't it?
Yeah, UK and Ireland. It's based.
But yeah, we'd love to do like a 2-week cruise. Just go right round.
Yeah, I've never been to Scotland or anywhere like that my whole life. Have you?
No, Scotland. Never been.
So be really
furthest north we went was to Newcastle to join Borealis for the Northern Lights.
Yeah, and that was hard driving. So if we were on a ship, that'd be even better.
Right. So I think we've answered that one. I was looking through now. See if there's any questions here. Somebody's asking if we enjoyed our MSC cruise. Yes, we did.
We did. Actually, we've got a lot to report on the MSC front. We were very, very surprised. I'd say it's blown away, actually, given that it was the middle of a school holiday. It was bank holiday weekend. It was a 2-night party cruise. It was only, let's face it, £200 to get on that ship. For that,
a little bit more, but
no, because some people wouldn't have bought a drinks package. They would have paid £200 to get on there. So for some people, they would have paid 200 quid to get on there. It was cheap, and all things considered, it was very organised. I feel from the MSC front, there were some big changes, and I think the way they were they've obviously took a lot of feedback on board. It was really good. So
really pleasantly surprised, to be honest. We've done 3-night cruises with MSC, and we found this one a lot more organised. We heard there was about 6,000 passengers on board. I'm not sure if that was correct or not. But yeah, it was really smooth, wasn't it? We had a really good time. Question here: what's the Bay of Biscay like?
That is like, well, how long's a piece of string? Kind of. It's one of those. We've been on the Bay of Biscay and had a flat calm. We've bounced around like I don't know what. It's very hit and miss. It's notorious. It's difficult. I'd say, I wouldn't even go as far as saying there's a season where it would be, obviously like October and spring, like autumn and spring and autumn, I would say it could be rougher because that's naturally how the sea is around us. But I mean, it can be bouncy middle of summer. It can be calm in the middle of winter.
Well, we've gone down once and it's been smooth going down, then bumpy coming back. It all depends. I know at the moment, we've got friends on Scarlet Lady, and it's a bit bouncy at the moment. But
then we've been in the Bay of Biscay. I think the last time we went to the Bay of Biscay, we were on Iona. No, might have been. We went on Iona in the Bay of Biscay, and that was in a storm that was actually listed as Storm Eunice. And that ship handled that weather exceptionally well. I was absolutely surprised because I thought such a big ship, it's going to catch the wind, you know, and cruise ships are known to sit quite high. You know, they don't sit deep in the water like an ocean liner, so they do move a bit more. And no, it handled that extremely well, really did. So I suppose that's something else to consider. What is the ship you're going on like? Is it, if it's a little tiny ship like Borealis, she bounces around, and I would say it doesn't have to be that rough. So she might be quite boppity-boo in the Bay of Biscay. Iona was good. It does depend. Iona was good, but I also know ships like Azura, Ventura, they tend to be a bit wobbly because they, like I said, they sit high in the water, don't they?
So yeah, it depends. There's no
really difficult to say.
There's no easy answer on that one.
No, yeah, it's really, you couldn't actually say, "I'll go in October, it's the smoothest," because we don't know.
No. It could be, yeah. Question here on the upgrade. So if you're cruising in 2 days' time, normally P&O will tell you, I think, a day or two before. So you should be hearing shortly whether your upgrade's been successful or not. So yeah, go print off your tickets and go, with the cabin you've got. Yeah. If you are lucky enough to be upgraded while on the way there or once in port, they'll give you new luggage labels anyway, so I wouldn't worry.
See, in the olden days, it used to be if you just clicked the upgrade and you were upgraded. We've been with friends before now, and they've been told when they're boarding the ship, they printed off all their tickets and luggage labels for their cabin that they've been assigned. They've got to the terminal on embarkation day, and they've actually been upgraded. And their case has actually been delivered to their old room as well, and they've had to hunt it down. But that was in the olden days when it was you click. I mean, people do. We still tick. Yeah, sometimes having a little tick to upgrade, because even if the bids, you might still get a chance.
Yeah, we'd love to come back, but I don't think we've got time between now and Christmas.
Well, never say never. We could do a weekend. I really, really enjoyed Blackpool so much. I'm sure we probably said about this last time. It was cheap. It was cheerful. We've had chats with people since, and yeah, we might even go back or something. I don't know, might we? For like a meetup or something. We'll figure it out. But we really enjoyed it. But yeah, we'd love to see the lights, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it looks amazing. I think when they turn on this weekend, was it, or was it last weekend?
Well, there was something happening in Blackpool this weekend because we watched a man on YouTube. Yes, they closed the promenade and all, and they were doing some sort of testing. So yes. But we'd love to see them. They'd be really good. What's this one question? When you did the Marella cruise to the Canaries, did you experience any?
No, not the Canaries. We didn't, did we?
Aggro, no.
I don't think we've had any aggro. The only aggro last time we had aggro was going into Amsterdam.
Yeah.
On Resilient Lady last year when
was that
the protesters,
or was that just the people?
Just Stop Oil, that was
just Stop Oil or whatever it was, or some sort of environmental protest, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I think there was one recently I seen on Facebook, the same group or similar group, organization, whatever it is. They were doing it for, I want to say Ventura had issues recently. Yeah, that's the only thing we've ever seen. I mean, we've seen posts on Facebook with Norway saying people aren't welcome, this, that, and the other. But if you actually talk to the locals in these ports, they are really, really grateful for the cruise industry, and they depend on it as a way of life, because if you sail the fjords, you'll know there's nothing for miles in between. And when you get to these places, they're so rural out the way. We're the only source of income they've got. A lot of them actually prioritize tourism over things like farming because they're so desperate for it.
I'm just looking through here.
Somebody's asked, I think they should have put a question before, but I can just say, have you ever been on Iona? So I suppose we have just touched on that. We have been on Iona twice. They're all on our YouTube channel, so have a little look.
If you just search Cruise Monkeys Iona on YouTube, you'll find them.
The first one was in, I want to say, February 2022. 21, 22?
22, I think.
As I said, there was Storm Eunice. We actually booked a cruise to Northern Europe, like Rotterdam, Amsterdam, that sort of itinerary. And literally about 3 days before the cruise sailed, Storm Eunice was blowing in, and they changed the whole itinerary. We ended up going down to Lisbon and Vigo.
Yeah.
We were supposed to call it somewhere else, but that got cancelled. Where was that?
Was it Porto?
Was it La Coruna or
I
something?
can't remember.
Anyway, it got cancelled. The whole thing was completely turned upside down, and we'd actually packed warm, wintry clothes, and then at the last minute had to throw in some summery ones and things like sun cream. And we've also been for your 40th birthday. We went to the Norwegian fjords on Iona. So you've got some bit of varied sort of itineraries there. Love Iona, lovely ship. We've also been on Avia, but yeah, we've been on Iona. So just check out on our YouTube channel, and you will find there are series for both cabin tours, all that sort of thing. It's all there.
It's really good. I remember my birthday one. That was a brilliant cruise, that one. Alan saying no alcohol. No, we've been good. Been very good.
Taking a break.
As Ken says, don't forget to put a cue or question at the start so that we can see it.
Speaking of drink, I'm drinking elderflower cordial in water. It's very refreshing, but good dry throat.
Have fork will eat. Happy birthday.
Yes.
For last Friday. Happy birthday to my wife. Last Friday. No, okay. Thank you for joining us.
As we say in Welsh, Pembroke Hapus. Happy birthday.
Happy.
What's this one, Michael Cooper? What do you think is better?
It's a difficult one.
It all depends, really. It depends what you're looking for. It's very difficult to answer. They're both very competitively priced.
Yeah.
They both offer a lot for families, depending on which ship you go for.
If you're looking at Virtuosa there at Southampton, it has got the water slides and the arcade. I think it has got a lot more for kind of families that way. It's a bigger ship than, well, I suppose the same size as Avia and Iona.
But even though Virtuosa is based in the UK, I would say P&O certainly has a more homely feel. It's a lot more tailored to the British market. Even though Virtuosa does it very well, P&O, you cannot come for that. Like the food and things will be slightly, I would say, more tailored towards British people when you're in tastes. I mean, things like the Keys and all they do, fish and chips, things like that. So it's difficult. I mean, they're very similar in price though. And if you size of ships, something like Iona versus Virtuosa is very, very difficult.
But then you can look at ships within the companies, and they're very different. So going on, say if you went on Aurora, Arcadia, which are adults only, compared to Iona and Avia, and then compared to MSC Virtuosa,
and then
completely different.
If you go on Virtuosa versus Preziosa, or not that we have been on it yet, but I should imagine if you go on that Poesa, I should imagine that's different again. Even ships within the same fleet have a different vibe. I don't think you could go wrong with either. It does depend what you're looking for, so it's definitely worth researching. If you want more of a Mediterranean feel, definitely MSC. If you like your all-inclusive holiday kind of atmosphere, if you like your very home from home British comforts, P&O. If water slides are important, if you're traveling with a family, I would say Virtuosa. There's a lot more, I would say, for families. Do you?
Yeah. Keep in mind if you're looking outside the UK, so if you're going to the Med, something like that, and you've got Azura, which has got your flights included when you book a cruise, which is good with P&O. If you're looking at Med on MSC, just be aware that they do bring on passengers in every port, or can bring passengers on in every port.
It can be like
so
a bus,
that can be a bit of an interruption as well. Ben says, wife's booked Marella Voyager.
Nice. That would be nice. We'd like to go on Voyager. We really enjoyed. Honestly, it was the first ever Marella cruise we did, and we will definitely cruise with Marella again. And I would certainly like to try Voyager. That is on my radar. And the fact that Marella, as we've said before, it's just an all-round really good package. The drinks were included, the flight was included. It was phenomenal value for money. With Marella, sometimes booking last minute can pay off.
Yeah, that's what we did.
It's like the old-fashioned, you used to walk past the window and used to see the travel like Thompson, and you used to see it like the deals last 6 weeks, whatever, and get them cheaper. Marella is still kind of like that, whereas a lot of other cruise lines these days.
But you're trying to get an availability.
That's it.
And that, we had that dodgy cabin probably because of that.
We didn't pick our cabin or anything. Love to do that.
General tips. Well, it was difficult for us because ours was a 2-night cruise. So it isn't like a standard cruise.
No.
So we'd say we only did a 2-night cruise because we were in Portsmouth for Brilliant Lady. So it was quite close for us. So we'd look, if you're going to do an MSC cruise, try and go for a longer cruise if you can, because they're less chaotic. Because obviously,
I would
2 nights is very busy.
With MSC as well, certainly on Virtuosa, I would definitely look into the packages before you board the ship. Certain things like your drinks package, definitely, because they will offer a better deal. And that's the same with a lot of cruise lines, by the way. Try and book your drinks things before, because they offer a discount. Also, on MSC, they tend to do dining packages. You can book like either 2 dining experiences or 3. Don't quote me exactly. I'm sure they definitely do. You can even throw in packages where you'll get your 3 dining experiences, and they'll throw in the show like that. I can't remember what it's called. The Carousel Lounge.
Yeah.
And there's different ones even within that. You can have one with a drink, one without a drink. But if you book all of them in advance, you will save.
Yeah,
definitely will save. And what we find is, don't be alarmed if when you've booked the package, it won't physically let you book those restaurants through the app, because we found when we go on board, you just pop into Indochine, queue up, and then you can make all the reservations. They know it's already there, it's prepaid. They just say, yeah, you've got the, like we did, Ola, and then you just pick the date and time. But I would definitely look at doing that.
Standouts, I'd say they were really organised this time. So they had pop-up bars during the day and things. When it was busy, you could go to pop-up bar and get your basic beer and wines and spirits from there.
And if you see a pop-up bar, which is basically like a table, you'll see a man stood there. Don't be afraid to go to him, because I know I went up to him and I actually said, are these drinks included in the package? Because we were sat at a bar and there was a queue, honestly, right behind us. We love sitting at the bar. And there was this enormous queue, and I'm thinking, but he stood over there. And I was like, what is he doing? So you sat there, and I went over and I actually just said, are these included? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, can I have a white wine and a gin and tonic? He said, yeah, you can have that. He said, I can't make you things like, obviously, the strawberry daiquiris and the frozen cocktails. We said anything like beers, basic sort of drinks he could make. And they were all included in our package. And I just went walking straight past the queue, sat down with a full glass of wine and gin and tonic. And people were still stood there. And I did it twice. And people were still waiting in that queue.
Other good points. The water park was well organised, wasn't it? We didn't have a chance to do any entertainment in this one. We didn't go to the main dining room because, again, it was only 2 nights. We used the buffet in the first night.
Another tip as well with the water park is, if you can, on embarkation day, go straight to the water park and see if you can sign the waiver on embarkation day. The aqua park isn't usually open on embarkation day, but if you get that waiver signed, the following day, when everyone goes up there to go to the aqua park, you've already got your band. So you can go straight on the slides, whereas all the other people have to fill out their forms, which gives you that sort of edge. You can go on it quicker, can't you?
I'm trying to think if there's any other tips. They're just general MSC tips. So we've
anything else.
We've done this Virtuosa one. We've done Seaside. We've done Bellissima.
Oh, also, if you can, do they still offer the loyalty matching?
Yes.
So if you've got loyalty status with other cruise lines, try and match it across to MSC, because if you get gold status like we have, you get a complimentary hour pass for the thermal suite at the spa. So that's like the bubbly, lovely pool. They got the ice room, the saunas, the steamers, that kind of thing. You get an hour complimentary pass there. And to be fair, when we went there, I mean, there isn't a clock in the rooms. It's not all our fault. But you sort of left to judge your time. They weren't like coming in and saying, ding, ding, it's your hours up. Nothing like that. They weren't kicking you out. So, you can probably get a couple of half hour or so extra. I mean, I wouldn't take the mick, but as it happened, we did, because we didn't know the time, maybe about 10, 15 minutes extra.
Hopefully that's helped a little bit.
I hope so.
If we did go on a bit on that one, sorry.
Well, we were giving we were just spilling out every bit.
That's it. Ask us a question about something, we'll start talking about it. Rather than us just talking randomly.
But I know these are things that we've learned with MSC over the years and years and years. If you've never sailed with them before, that will help somebody, I'm sure.
So what type of room and princess package have you chosen for Star Princess? Anything on board that must be both.
Right.
So we've chosen a cove balcony.
Yeah.
So it's one of those balconies which is in lower part of the ship, so it's kind of enclosed.
And why
slightly.
did we choose this cabin? Because it's very quirky. Because it's different. Because when everyone goes running, jumping on the ship, they're going to go for the usual inside ocean view balcony suites. You'll see all that. When I thought, what's this cove balcony? Interesting. I'm assuming it's a bit like one of those metal sheltered things, like on Queen Mary.
We had them before.
So we've had something similar. So that's why we're going for it. So it'll be different.
We've got the standard Princess Plus package
at the moment.
We do have a load of onboard credit because we did a price match with Princess.
Yeah.
So when we booked, they guaranteed if the price went down, they'd refund it back to your onboard credit. So we did that. So we have got some onboard credits to use. We might upgrade package depending on availability.
Also shareholder pay.
Yeah. And then we must try. What's must tries? Oh, I want to try.
It's difficult because
Spellbound for me.
He wants to do Spellbound.
I
want to try. I mean, I love Crown Grill. I love that, but there's also Butcher's Block, so I want to try that. Obviously, I'd like to see what the spa is like, the thermal suite, and things like those sort of facilities. I like to see those. Anything else you'd like to see? I mean, in just general, I just like to experience the ship. I mean, we only got a very brief sort of taster that day when we went on Sun Princess to make that visit. And the ship was so big and there was so much going on. I kind of come away from it feeling a bit overwhelmed. It's nice to sit there, spend some time on the ship and just actually have a drink at a bar and just soak in the atmosphere, because it was all over the place, wasn't it? But from what we've seen, it looked really, really good. We are looking forward to it.
I'll be here if we know it as well.
Yeah.
You were asking on socials where to plan a cruise. Do you have a wish list sorted? So we asked that on Facebook this week, where people would like to just go next year. Loads and loads of brilliant ideas. We haven't really put a wish list together from them. We do have a wish list that we'd love to do, and they're all in your typical places like Alaska, Hawaii, Australia,
we've
all of them. They're all at backlist. But we're still planning for next year. We've only got 2 months.
Sometimes it's nice to get a gauge of what people are actually interested in as well, because we might be thinking of doing a certain cruise, or maybe even repeating a cruise we've done before. And sometimes somebody might pop up with a suggestion. You think, we've never thought of that. Let's give that a go. Yeah. So that's why we asked.
Or even we might think, we won't do that cruise line because we've already done it loads of times. But people are asking for it. We'll have a look and go back on it.
Yeah, because we might completely just miss something.
If we come to Scotland, show you around Edinburgh, especially the pets. That's brilliant. Thank you. We'll hold you to that one.
Yeah.
A few people said, but
What's this now? If you ever come to, I'd love to go there. I really would. What's this new question?
Any new food items at the dock?
I'm in the process. I'm very nearly finished the video for our visit, which we've done. They did have, those little meze plates they did. Now, I think the monkfish was new. I didn't see that before. Because you used to get you used to have the skewers, didn't you? You used to have the skewers, you used to have the prawns. The prawns were still there. There was chicken, like chicken thighs, but there was something else. They had changed the chicken one.
I have put a post up on Facebook. I'm pretty sure the menu's in there. Yeah. If not, I have got a photo of it. So if you just drop us a message or drop us an email, hello@cruisemonkeys.com, and just say, can you send me the dock menu and send out across to you.
But I'm sure the monkfish was new. Also, I can't say I'd ever noticed them or never had them before, at least. They had like hummus there, the beetroot hummus. With
they've had stuff like that.
I have seen things like that, but I don't know if that's new. They did have and they had puddings and all, but I don't know if they were new, because like I said, we've not really seen them before. You've had hummus. Have you had a beetroot hummus?
Yes, I'm sure I've had that before, yeah.
I thought it was new to me. I absolutely loved it. It was delicious. But was there any new costs there? There were no costs of the food. Still, the dock was still free, wasn't it? It was all still pretty much the same setup. Nothing over the top. The
big change was Rojo at Razzle Dazzle, which you'll see in the vlog as well.
Yeah.
Spanish-inspired food now. Really nice. Really good.
They're still tweaking bits and pieces, I believe. They're after feedback from us. Obviously, we were used as guinea pigs. So I'm assuming they'll get bits and bobs and feedback, and they might tweak that menu or how they serve it, possibly, as time goes on.
Come home to Storm, Babette and Britannia. Yeah, isn't it? It's not fun being at sea in a storm, is it? Good evening, life in the parks. Hope you're well. How was the head the following day after Virtuosa?
It's Guernsey, a nice port to visit. It's absolutely lovely port to visit. It can be a 50-50 chance whether you actually get to go there. However, we'll say we've always, touch wood, managed to go there.
Yes.
We have had a friend who recently booked a cruise. It was a 3-night cruise to Guernsey, and he was supposed to go to Guernsey on the first day of his cruise. The weather was too bad, so what they actually did, fortunately for him, was actually swap it. So he had a sea day the first day and then went to Guernsey the second day. So they swapped it around. So he still managed to go. As I said, we've been lucky and always managed. But we've also spoke to people who have never been. They've booked numerous cruises and they've never been.
It is disappointing when it gets cancelled, but I don't think you want to be on one of those tenders trying to get across when it's rough.
It is a tender port, but it's a beautiful little port. You can get around the island quite easy. There are little bus tours you can do. There's those little tractor train things you can do. The ice cream's lovely. We very often go there, just sit in pubs.
We'll keep our fingers crossed for you.
Yeah, hopefully you'll get together because it is nice.
We just covered this, I think, just before, didn't we?
Someone said,
So we had them on the lock, didn't we?
Yeah.
And they stopped us going through the lock, but we managed to get through eventually.
The police and all cleared them away.
They were jeering down and saying they turned on by Ollie Mears. Yes, we did see that. That's it. Ollie Mears.
There
We
we
did see
go.
that, didn't we?
So what's this?
So,
Oh, Petra's saying give a thumbs up. Yes, please, everybody, please give a thumbs up. That's that one there.
There we are. Yeah, thumbs up are always good. How many have we got? Let's have a look. Can I see?
Got any? You count to me.
I don't know if I can see them on my phone. It says we've got 2. I'm sure. Hopefully, we've got more than 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up, and there's 95 people watching.
Please, let's try and get into double figures. It might just be us.
Cruising fanatic question has been back on MSC Virtuosa. Oh God, I was reading it finally. Where am I now? Finally tempted you to book Yacht Club. No, it's not tempting me to book Yacht Club. It just won't. I just can't justify.
We want to book Yacht Club.
Yeah.
We'd love to experience Yacht Club, but the price is just, I don't know.
It's not the price. I just can't justify. Like I've looked before, and we've gone all the way up in price scale and gone. Oh, we can book a, what was it? I think it was an Aurora suite with a hot tub, jacuzzi tub on the balcony, and there was that. And then the next one was for more money or the same price. Oh, inside Yacht Club. I wouldn't give a hot tub, an Aurora or anything like. I wouldn't give that up in trade for an inside. As nice. We've been in the Yacht Club. I will say that we've been invited in the Yacht Club. We've seen inside the Yacht Club. We know that it's a lovely lounge area. We know it's got it's beautiful, lovely private deck space, their own pool. It is phenomenal, and we've seen from our own experience. We've seen the butlers and all making reservations, leading people through, and they do get past the queues and they get priority. It's lovely. I can't justify swapping. I mean, if I was going to go on that cruise, I'd want that hot tub and I'd want that balcony out. There's no way you'd get me in an inside. Not at that point. But I mean, let's see. You never know. One day a deal might come up. It might be that all those other rooms are sold out and there's only availability on an inside Yacht Club. We might take it.
One day we'll have to give it a go.
I want to try. I would like to experience it properly. Yeah, I just.
Favorite cruise line. So we'll keep this one really brief because it just depends on our mood.
You should just do, what was they call them, a quick fire question.
Yep.
Gavin, what's your favorite cruise line?
Cunard.
I was going to say Cunard too.
if you only sail on one cruise line, it'd be Cunard, but
Yeah.
it does depend on our mood.
But then I do like Virgin a lot as well.
It all depends on our mood, isn't it?
It's hard. There's no favorite.
Had 4 quality on Avia, booked the Paris tour in the back. Yeah, that would be a good one. I think that's the one in Martinique, if I'm right.
Paris, God, I'm really trying to
I'm
remember.
pretty sure that was the
Paris.
Martinique one.
Is that the one we went round and we went all the coves and the beaches?
The Martinique one?
Yeah.
I'm sure it was.
That was good. They were really good.
Yeah. So I'll run through next. I can see we've got a lot of things here. Hang on, we've jumped.
It's whooshed back because I was thinking, why is it saying we can hear you loud and clear?
It's really annoying this because like we get
now
so
we've
far.
got to try and find the
So
questions.
718. So
This
that's
is really
let me.
Well,
whiz
we're
down.
1934. I don't know how.
It's all right.
We
I'll
heard
find
the
it.
dock.
I'll
I
find
saw
it.
that
I'll
one.
find it. Don't
Storm.
worry. Don't worry.
I'm trying
You
to
just keep
right,
talking.
here we go. Tell you about Yacht Club, so we're by here a little bit more. Right, on Avia next year, but Paris, so we've just had that one. What's this? What's this one?
Oh,
This is a nice comment.
little
Thank you very
comment.
much, Mandy B. Can I just say thanks to you and all the other blogs that follow you yourself? You've now done Sky Princess trying a Christmas markets cruise in Aurora in December and Azura in January. Oh wow, lovely! Azura, Aurora will be lovely, and Christmas markets are really super festive. Bruges and all. I hope you get to go to Bruges because that's beautiful. And Azura, wow, that's nice. I really enjoyed Azura. Nice to go back. We need to go back on it, really. I think.
Wait in Azura.
Azura in January. They booked Aurora in December.
Sorry, it's so small. I was front.
That's what I said. I find it easy to read on this side, and then it jumps to the screen.
Okay, question from Ange Dave. Not yet. We're still trying to get hold of some lanyards. It's quite funny when people say they've seen others wearing them.
I know. And the thing of it is, I keep losing mine, so I'm running out myself. I've got 2. One that's tied to my car keys, which they stay on my car keys, and they periodically end up wearing it. I don't even know how. Somebody must have. For me to lose a lanyard and it disappears, somebody must have gone, oh, I want that.
Yeah.
So somebody took they actually stole my own.
The gluten-free options in MSC. So we tried to have a quick look. What we've done is we've put all the menus on our website. So we head to cruisemonkeys.com. Last few days, we've put the menus up for breakfast, brunch, lunch, and dinner.
Okay.
So hopefully that will help you decide what the options are like.
Nice, well, Gavin, I didn't know you did that.
No.
You probably had the
on the phone. And we've also put the drinks prices up there as well. Somebody was asking about a drink being available. We didn't see it. It's purple something, wasn't it? Didn't see it. But the drinks menu did seem a little more slimmed down than normal. Didn't
Yes, and I'd heard that quite a bit on MSC. They were basically, and there was rumours going around the ship. And they were saying because it was a part, which actually makes sense. We're saying about making things a bit more streamlined and a bit easier and service faster. Maybe that's what they're doing. They know it's a 2-night party cruise, so they're thinking, well, if we slim down the menu for that short cruise, they can turn drinks around faster. Because you think last time, I'm sure things like strawberry daiquiri and all were made in blenders. They had them in like the slush puppy machines behind every bar. They had the pina colada and the strawberry daiquiri. And it was just a shot of rum, and it was square underneath the thing, and it was good to go. So I would say that's what they're doing.
You set a bit, so you're not blocked out.
I'm hiding behind the thing.
So Life in Parks, for the 2-night cruise we did, they paid £77 for a trio package. Yeah, and just head to Indochine as soon as you get on board, isn't it?
We didn't do a dining package. We just booked all that in advance, didn't we? Which was only £16 per person doing it that way, wasn't it? Whereas if you book it on the ship, for example, it's £20, isn't it, per person?
I'm just going through your...
sorry, I'm really thirsty today.
There we are. Purple Rain. I said there was a purple drink. Purple Rain and Virtuosa.
Did you find one?
Didn't see it.
Maybe that was on the menu normally, but it was on the reduced menu, which is what we were just saying. So maybe they took it off. Because I also asked for
Miami Vice.
They didn't have BBC, they didn't have Miami Vice, and they didn't have a mudslide. I asked for them, didn't I? And they didn't have them. They only had, there was probably about 6, I want to say. It was definitely strawberry daiquiri, pina colada. It was Long Island was on there. I can't remember what else. Mojito.
It's all, we've got it on their website anyway.
Yeah.
I popped it on there. Good evening, Young at Sea. Hope you enjoyed the Celebrity. We went off on that same day.
I've seen some pictures. It does look really, really good. I mean, we enjoyed Beyond, and I think it's worth going back. I'd like to do Celebrity from the UK, I think. What's this one here?
Steve saying MSC Listen. They definitely have. And it's so better than our 2-night on Independence season June.
So I suppose, like I said, we can go into it a little bit here. As we said, they've got pop-up bars, so there's not massive queues, because people who've been with us, especially on our group cruise, will know it was very, very busy. Also, little things like at the aqua park, given that it was school holidays and bank holiday, it was very busy. I loved the fact that at the aqua park they had a queuing system for the double, the figure of 8 kind of rings and the single rings, the donut style ones for the slides. So basically, what they were doing was you had these 2 queues. If you went, say I went on a single ring, I went down the slide. When I got off at the bottom, I had to give that ring back to the next person waiting for the single ring in the queue, and then join the back of that queue so that person could go up the slide and carry on. Whereas normally, if you've sailed MSC before, you can just keep your ring, run up the stairs and keep going round and round and round, which is what a lot of people do. But given how busy it was and the fact it was a school holiday, I think that's a really good way of doing it, and it gives everyone a chance, and you don't have to wait too long. So fair dues to MSC, that was good. There were a couple of little changes we've noticed.
We really liked when you're in the buffet. It's a really simple thing, but they had like egg and bacon rolls ready.
Yeah, bacon egg rolls.
Love that.
Yeah, even at the poolside grill, because I remember, one of our previous vlogs, I think it was the second time we went back on, there was a huge queue going out onto the pool. That I didn't see it as such as a case on this one. And as you said, they were serving them in the burger bar. They were just saying bacon egg rolls, just take them.
Yeah,
really good.
They definitely have learned a lot.
Yeah.
Not seeing many questions coming in about Brilliant Lady.
No, but yeah, we have had about the mez.
Oh yeah.
So you did sort of touch on. We could touch on the changes. So for us, there were no seahorses on board, which is a bit of a shame. But for the artwork, they did have these 2 little hatches. You pull out one said ahoy, one said brilliant. The roundabout area has been slightly tweaked. There used to be like a record thing when there's loads of records. That's all gone. There's now actually a designated entertainment area that the band will actually play, and it seems more open, doesn't it? So we spent time there. And
Athletic Club's been changed around a little bit, so it's now looking outwards rather than inwards.
Seating places out, and they've also put these like little canopy things to shade you a bit up there.
Murder in a Manor was a show we got to see. That was really good.
And there's another new one called. It's like one of their acrobatic-y aerial performance type of things.
That was dinner and a show, wasn't it?
With dinner as well. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
We had a really good day. It was a really fun day, that one.
Really, really good. What else changed? Obviously, Razzle Dazzle has been completely changed. All the stripes, the red has gone. It's now all calm, soft furnishing. It looks really nice actually, and it's all Spanish.
And they have introduced a smaller sea terrace room or balcony room.
Yes.
Which one of the grades, is it TZ grade? I think it was,
No, I want to say TS grade or something.
has 2 hammocks on
Yeah,
it. So that's great.
they're on deck 8. They're not actually sold as obstructed, but some people are saying they should be classed as obstructed because it's one of those balconies with the lifeboats are flush with your railing. And for that reason, apparently they couldn't have sliding doors, could they? They had to have a door that opens out. And for that reason, they can't have the metal chairs on there. So instead they have the 2 hammocks.
Yes, that's brilliant.
I'd love it. I would definitely go for that one because when we get a hammock each.
Yeah, because there's those arguments who sits in the hammock, isn't there? Have Folkley asking how many cruises have we got booked at the moment? So we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do we?
Yeah.
4?
Yeah. 4.
No, I thought it was 3.
No, 4. The one we're going on soon. The one start of the year, one middle of next year, and one the year after. 4.
Middle of next year. What are we doing?
5. We've got 5 actually.
What are we doing middle of next year?
We've got 5 cruises booked.
What are we doing middle of next year?
The Virgin one.
Oh, that's October time.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
And the group cruise.
Oh yeah.
So we've got 5.
We've got 5.
This is
Oh,
what
this is
happened.
bad. No, it's not bad. This is how you do it, folks. You buy them if you can when they're cheap. You book them ahead, and you forget about them.
Yeah.
You do loads of things in between, and then you just look at the next one. You get the Shipmate app, like I do, and you just look at the next one that's coming up.
So if you look on Patreon, we have listed them there in the past. If not, drop us a message. We can send you them.
I'm sure we've said what we're doing for this year. Not me.
So
I'm sure we have. Things we don't spill too much, do we? We keep some things secret, so they're more of a surprise.
yes.
We have said.
We've done through. Oh, and it's jumped back again. So let me just have a look.
Look at the time. Yeah, 7:05.
Yeah, I can do it. It's fine.
This is annoying.
It's really annoying. It's done it loads of times tonight.
Our stride. What's this? Oh, MSC. Oh no, that was Steve Fox. What's this? 200 season. Do you ever seen that? Yeah.
Here we
No,
go. Sorry.
I pressed return halfway through my message. Love that you love P&O, Gavin. We have had the best time and met the nice people.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, they are.
Last thing when you cruise, you do meet some really, really nice.
There are some stand-up staff that even now I can remember the names looking at a photo because they've stood out so much, and that could be years later. Names like Manish and they do, and these people stand out.
Disney Dave saying cruises from Cardiff and Newport would be revolutionary.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, we say this. We get cruises come down to Pembrokeshire sometimes, but they're only stops rather than boarding.
And the port doesn't really like them calling here because they tender in the middle and it's busy for oil and gas cargo ships.
If we get some from Cardiff or even more from Bristol would probably be quite good. We haven't done Bristol, have we? We'd like to.
It'd be a novel thing to do that. As has been mentioned before, because I did actually touch on this in the past, and I know somebody commented after because I said about Ambassador. And I said it's annoying because they only go from one port to the other. They do round trips. I think what I was trying to get across is I was looking for a mini cruise to give them a go.
Mm-hmm.
So for doing a mini cruise, they don't do round trip mini cruises very often. They just do round trip for like a week. So yes, we probably have to look at a week. However, having said that and done further research, some of the price points are so low on those cruises. They're on par with nearly 3-night cruises on other cruise lines, so I could have probably afford a week, couldn't we? It's just your leave.
Especially now that we've just realised we've got 5 booked. What's the weirdest or funniest thing you've seen happen on a cruise?
Weirdest or funniest thing? I'm trying to work out. Like
a Power Ranger.
Yeah, but that was me. So that's not you saw it. I've seen somebody pour hot water into a flask, like a plastic bottle, and watched it melt and just go, oh no, and run away. I've seen that.
I've seen somebody being dragged down the corridor by their legs, who's passed out drunk.
What else have we seen?
I don't know.
We've seen someone unfortunately try to urinate against a hedge or a living wall.
Yeah.
We've seen that.
Yeah,
we've seen some really weird things.
Most of them just kind of like laugh and carry on.
Yeah, nothing too nothing too bad.
No. We tried getting the wrong cabin, been on the wrong deck, haven't we?
Oh, yeah, something else fun for you folks. When we went on the Brilliant Lady, I didn't realise this at the time. They give you your band. If you've been on Virgin, you will know your Ahoy band to enter your room. And we went down to our room, our number, and Gavin put his band on and it didn't work. And we said, okay, maybe there's something wrong with his band. So I tried mine, went straight in. Later on, we were sat in like some sort of presentation and Gavin was trying to log on to, you trying to log on to something, you had to book or do something with your room number. So he said to me, oh, what's our room number? So I said, oh, it's like 214, I can't remember, I think that was it. And he said, no, it's not, look at it. And then you pull out this bit of paper. I said, wait there. Well, if your thing doesn't open, you've quite possibly got a different room. Later on that evening, we went down to the room number that Gavin had on this bit of paper. He put his thing up to the door and he had a room. So we actually had our room each for that brilliant lady, Cressy. I think what happened was when we were filling out all the stuff before, they asked if you were traveling with somebody. And I think because even though we're married, we haven't got the same surname. So I think they thought we were like friends or colleagues or something, and they'd give us separate rooms. So a room each.
Well, we didn't use it though, did we?
No, well, we did have a look at it.
It was exactly the same.
It was also really nice, by the way. We got a free octopus.
And a mug.
This one. And we have a Virgin mug as well. Yes. I was hoping to get into the shop and buy a ship's model, but couldn't get in.
So a question now.
Okay.
First time on Cunard with our group cruise, brilliant. What's the one thing you would recommend we make sure we book up and do while on board? So the veranda at Sir Samuel's.
That's quite nice, yeah.
Steakhouse, that's probably worth doing.
Yeah. Thing is, it's difficult, yeah, because these are to book up.
Yeah, you can get that booked ahead. Bright lights, when we went, you could book once on board.
Yeah.
And it's free of charge, but now I believe you pay for it. So I'm not sure if that's available to book online or only once.
But it's definitely worth going to. What else would you say? I mean, there were other things.
Toronto was quite good.
Yeah, and Iran, yeah, they were good. But they were a small fee, weren't they, for those?
Yeah,
book, weren't they?
about $30.
Yeah, right. They weren't too bad. But you could book that. I'd say it was quite easy to book them on board.
We did the spa package while on board as well. That was worth doing.
It's one of those. It's one of the things that you're saying that annoys you. It's like now the situation we're in for going on Star Princess. You have like certain times you get given on board credit, but you can only spend that on board, which I find really frustrating because you can't book things in advance. You have to wait until you get on the ship, and then you run the risk of not being able to get these things. Which
That's
is really
what they want you to do. They want you to spend more.
Yeah, but they've already said it's onboard credit. You're still spending it on the ship, aren't you? So they should let you book it ahead.
They want you to book ahead without spending more money.
I know, but it's annoying. But so obviously for us with the spa, as we always recommend, go straight to the spa when you board the ship, and maybe have a little tour around, check it all out, and then book it there and then, because they do book up quite quick. Those things. Especially things like the thermal suite passes and the like.
I'm just reading here now. Nami's Cruising also agrees that there was a streamlined drinks menu in place.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. So I thought so. But then again, if it's making the service better, if it's making, it's clearing those queues down. We didn't struggle to get seats either. That's another thing I'll say about MSC this time.
Pretty good.
You always managed to find a seat. I can't knock it really.
It was good. It was good weather, mind. A lot of people were outside, so when you're inside.
But then even more so, we still managed to find seats when we were eating by the pool.
All that was amazing.
Absolutely love all that. It is just my favourite. To be honest, I've got to be honest. It's one of the main reasons we booked the cruise. And it's not the first time we've said that. We booked Ola now. MSC now, just to go on Ola probably 2 or 3 times. Yeah,
it would be interesting to see if they're cutting back on the cocktail list or whether it was just because it was a short one, to be fair. I know MSC were on Virtuosa.
They've said they're just been putting together MSC Virtuosa because they got engaged.
Yeah, so we'll have to try and compare menus and see if it was any different.
Yeah, that would be a good idea because they were on for longer. Whether you chose Cunard, your favourite cruise ship? No, you guys.
Yeah, we do. I'm thinking if we only when you say favourite cruise ship or favourite cruise line, if it was the only cruise line we'd ever cruise with,
Cunard's a good all rounder. Virgin though is good. Virgin's more fun. Virgin, we've said we're probably looking at possibly going down the route of maybe only keeping Virgin as an S kind of cruise, and just going on that for holidays and not filming it as much as like the other ships and just having fun, because it's nice to still have a holiday because we're always videoing and stuff. So Virgin could be that for us, although Virgin can be quite expensive. Virgin are expensive.
One thing mentioned as well during the media day on Brilliant Lady was around average ages. I know a lot of people think Virgin's all for young people. The average age they said that they're getting booked on Virgin Cruises is late 40s. I think they said about 48, wasn't it? So it goes to show it's not a 18 to 30 party.
They
cruise.
also said that, I think the guy said that week after next, there's a lady that they know of, and she's celebrating her 93rd birthday on board a Virgin cruise. And it's the ethos of it is it's just be, if you're young at heart, it's just everyone with Virgin, you can go on the ship and just be yourself. Is how that's what they told us. Basically, they want it to be a safe environment for people to be expressionate. If they're holding hands, they could be, it's just be themselves.
Yes.
It's a safe space for adults, and I'd say that's the way it is on the ship. You do feel warm, you do feel welcome, you do have a lot of fun.
Don't be a tool. I didn't swear.
That's what they said as well. They said that everyone's welcome, bar the tools.
Yes,
they don't want them on board.
But they didn't use tools.
No, there was a different word they used.
Yeah, well, good. I wanted I wanted the oysters and champagne.
Yeah. But then again, is it because it was a 2-night and they realised and they wanted to reduce it, maybe to make things easy? Because normally you used to go to that champagne bar and they used to all be on display, didn't they?
Yeah, hand gel sanitizers. Yeah, it's good for them for insisting people use it.
Yeah, very good.
Just looking here now. Don't see any more questions. We are coming up to 10 to, or just gone past 10 to. So if there are any questions, pop them in.
What cruise line would you like to try next? Yeah, let's see. So, for as a probably really want to try, like jump to, would be for me probably NCL or Carnival. Carnival, because we like Princess, Cunard, P&O, and they're all under the Carnival umbrella. So I'd like to see. I mean, I imagine it'd be a lot more American. So I'm aware of that.
We probably wouldn't do. I know a lot of people have booked on the Carnival Festival, which is going from Southampton on its maiden in 2027.
Yeah,
but we probably
I
do.
I would.
It's inaugural. I'd like to run in one.
No. What I'd like to do is maybe try a Carnival first, so I was familiar with the brand, and then go on the inaugural cruise. But I really would like to try NCL. I especially like the Aqua Viva, those with the racetrack on the top. I'd like to experience that because
I want to try and get you on Ambassador, but
no, I will try Ambassador, but it's not my. I really want to try that. I'd say probably Carnival or NCL for me. I can't really make my mind up. I'm torn between two.
So you're going for the big flashy round ships.
What about you though? What would you?
I'd go for Ambassador.
What is your next thing?
Yeah.
If someone said, "Here's £1,000, you can go on cruise to go on right now."
Well, there's only £1,000. You're not going to get on NCL or
well,
you might, but
it would help.
the flight.
You're not saying it would pay for it, just towards it.
Okay, yeah.
Someone give you a load of cash.
I probably would go Carnival.
If you want on a scratch card, then
Carnival, I'd probably go for.
I'd probably go. Yeah, probably
Carnival.
Probably. Just to give it a go. I know a lot of people will be going, "Oh my god, no, Carnival, no!" But we've got to experience it.
I can see some Disney Dave asking the muster station was problematic. I'm not sure what's in relation to it. If it was about MSC, muster was quite chaotic. I will give it that. Yeah, if you have any questions, get them in now before we come to the end.
Look at this. They were saying they're really excited for that. I can see Stephen Fox saying, "Can't wait to see a brilliant lady out of Seattle next June." That is going to be absolutely awesome. That is. Oh, that would be fantastic. That. Oh, but it's not cheap though. I'd like to go on. Hi guys.
Hang on. Here we go. We've kind of already
about. That's a cool name.
We've kind of just talked about this.
Tempted by Virgin Cruises. Here it could be a bit of a party cruise. It can be, but then we've been on it for a week as well. And for me, I'd say the main party nights are usually the most exciting or the most energized nights of the cruise. I'd say the first night when they have the PJ party, but let's face it, everyone's just gone on board.
But the PJ party's late at night, so you just choose not to go to it.
That's it.
So you don't have to go.
You could sit in the dock house and stuff and listen to these live bands and stuff. There's pop-up bands and singers in the roundabout. It's not all a party. You can go to the open deck for the pajama party. You can go to the manor till late if you want. That is there. You don't have to. But that's a party night and the big night for Virgin, but I would recommend you take part in it because it is a lot of fun. Is the Scarlet Night?
But again, that's not.
You don't have to.
It doesn't have to be a party. So Scarlet Night, they do around the whole ship gets involved in Scarlet Night.
Yeah.
So you'll find pop-up events going on all around the ship. Yeah. So you could be in the roundabout, listen to the story. You don't have to go up on deck and party.
The story is told in various locations in different ways, and they seem to repeat it. Like if you're doing, we've been to the Red Room where it's pretty much set up like a theatre at that time, and they tell you the story and it's all singing and all, which is very quite sophisticated and civilized. Then if you go to say the pool party, there's still an element of that story that would be repeated again, and then they've all got these red orbs, and then have the big party bopping thing. But mostly, yeah, you can do loads of different things. They just theme it. So, and I dare say they probably do some sort of storytelling.
Yeah, but don't be worried about it being a party cruise. And like I said,
yeah,
if
you wanted to avoid all aspects of the party, you could have yourself a nice dinner. You could go and sit in one of the quieter bars, and you'd have just as good a night there, and you wouldn't be forced into it. But they are the fun nights, I'd say. Scarlet Night and the PG party.
Then we like a bit of party, don't we?
They're like I said, they're the good. The nights you look forward to. The first night you're always excited, and the Scarlet Night is usually about mid cruise, isn't it? So it's nice.
Let's have a look. We haven't done Virtuosa since the launch after COVID. What are the biggest differences to sailing now?
I just say, because we have said, I would just say they've sort of streamlined things a bit, and they've you can tell the ship is really run in now, and MSC seems to be really on top of everything.
The ship is in really good nick as well, to be fair to it.
Really well maintained.
The eras didn't see any rust, nothing like. She's not an old ship, but she's 5 years old, and they do. We have been on ships which are younger and have shown their age a bit more. But no,
the ship feels a lot more run in, and everything seems. The staff and all seem to be a lot more on top of things, more knowledgeable. Everything seems to be with it, and there's a lot more structure and organisation on board than there was. So yeah, we were really, really quite surprised.
This one here, Virgin Cruises, it's just for us big kids, I'm afraid. A lot of people were trying to ask them whether they were going to go down the family route, but they didn't really say anything, did they? They didn't give any ideas.
And they're also going about, right, you've got 4 ships now as well. Are you going to, what's your next class of ship like? And they kept it all.
Yeah, we didn't get anything out of them,
unfortunately.
Nothing. Question here: would you try Azamara? See, we did look at an Azamara. We saw an Azamara cruise once. We nearly booked it, we didn't, and the price went.
Yeah, and they were quite reasonable at the time. We went on Pacific Princess, which is now Azamara. I can't remember, was it Pursuit or Journey? Because I was getting confused because we also used to follow Adonia from P&O. We went on the old Pacific Princess.
Sorry.
And we really like the size of the ship, and we've seen videos, and we know Bob and Holly have been on Azamara and things, and we would definitely like to give them a go, because as we're getting into cruising and time's going on, we realise in different times we like different types of ships. Smaller ships sometimes have a huge appeal. Other times you might want a big all singing, all dancing massive ship, but it is nice to have a smaller ship. They especially have to be on ships like Borealis and doing river cruising. It's nice to see these ships getting into these smaller ports off the beaten track, so to speak, isn't it? Get right in there to the heart of it all. I'd love to try them.
We would definitely give them a go.
Well, never know, something might crop up. I'd also love to try Explorer G.
Tony saying NCL's Marmite. I think NCL's Marmite.
Wouldn't be with many. Other people sail them all the time. Yeah.
Well, you had none to you swore by
Then I haven't been with them for a while.
But what we'll probably do is we'll look at some options and we'll try and work out the prices with drinks and things like that.
That's how we always do it. See, that's the thing. When we used to start cruising, it's a mistake maybe some of you make now, I don't know. I used to go in, I used to see the cruise and go, oh my God, this cruise is £400. And we'd literally full on grab the phone and book it, wouldn't we? Most of the time after we'd had a few drinks on a Friday night. And we wake up Saturday and we're like, yeah, we booked it. And then we'd go on the cruise, we'd have a jolly good time. We'd come back and be thinking, how's the credit card maxed out? How have we got all? Where did all this come from? How can't I afford this? Where's all my wages gone? Because when you get on board and the drinks start flowing and you drinks, you go to the spa and you go to a specialty here and you buy a ship's mod and you pay for that one photo. You say you're going to buy one, you buy one, maybe two. You buy all these photos. You come home and you have a brilliant time, and you realise that you probably spent maybe the same amount on board, if not even more, than the actual cruise was. And a lot of cruise lines these days have mastered that to a T. The price is really low to get you on board. You have to plan ahead. So now we're always factoring in the drinks and all before we go. And sometimes it does make us scratch ahead. And sometimes we even do you do a spreadsheet and you can place the cruises.
We've got another question here, final question, I think. Yeah, that's all right.
There's some recent bloggers that Virgin's entertainment is getting toned down.
So we've only done 2 Virgin Cruises, one last year, one year before, and then obviously this one on Brilliant. And I wouldn't say there's been any change. No. What they might have done is they might have started changing things to try and appeal to more or a wider audience, possibly. But they were very insistent on Brilliant Lady that they want to be completely inclusive of anybody.
Well, the thing of it is, they say I wouldn't say it's toned down. I just say it's more run in, and there were still references and jokes. Like when we watched that Murder in the Manor and all, some of the stuff was just hilarious. It was, and they've still got the diva and all. Because when I was leaving the show, I was absolutely gutted because on the cruise after us, or that shakedown cruise, there was the Diva Goes West, and you said it's been on there before. I've never seen it. I'd love to go and see it because I think from the silhouette, it looked like a silhouette of Dolly, and it was all like, so it would have been basically the Diva singing Dolly. It would have been absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, we didn't notice anything on this one day, one nighter. And last year, I'd say was no different. We do have another one booked because obviously we had the future credit from last.
We're actually supposed to be on it now.
Yeah, we were booked to go on the one
Comedy Fest,
leaving for Comedy Fest, but we had to cancel it unfortunately. So we have still got that.
So we got that cruise, we moved it. So that's what next October's comes in.
Yes. So anyway, we've gone over the hour. So
ready.
Thank you very much for everybody who's joined us on this. It looks rainy at the moment, Sunday evening.
Yeah.
If we've tempted you to book a cruise or anything, please do get in touch with the Cruise Monkeys team. It's really difficult to do that because it's like the wrong place, just there. So it's cruisemonkeys.com for us.
What, the QR code?
Yes,
because I know before you had a thing and it was going across the bottom.
Yeah, I can put that back on as well for you. You seem to like that one, didn't you?
But you've got the QR code as well.
There we are. So yeah, if you're interested in booking the cruise, book it with the lovely Travel Village team. By the way, we haven't mentioned in this one, so I'll do it now. We were on a podcast when we were up in Blackpool. That's now live. So if you search Now Boarding TVG, so Now Boarding Travel Village Group on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts, you can hear or watch that podcast.
Yes, it's a lovely little podcast. That's Phil, and he's the MD of Travel Village. Yeah, we had a lovely little chat. Really, really good. It might be worth a listen. If you're stuck in traffic or something.
Exactly. Make sure you give this video a like. We put all our socials along the bottom there.
Yeah.
And head across to our webpage, cruisemonkeys.com. If you want to look
Facebook group, if you have any questions, and if we don't know the answers, other people in the group might. Also, you can share your pictures, your adventures, just anything basically. Just share it in the Facebook group.
Yep. And it's all on our website. The menus from Virtuosa, the drinks menus from Virtuosa. They contact us to have your little shout out in 2 weeks' time when we're back on.
Oh yeah, don't forget
back on.
Yeah. Yes. And Sid the squid says bye.
So thank you everybody for joining us.
Yeah, thank you everybody.
Enjoy what's left of the weekend and have a good week.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.